Hi, today I'm going to record day 8 and 9 together because basically I was a lazy cow yesterday and it was Sunday, and honestly I just wanted to have a rest even from tarot, just stay away for one day and do other things uh, concerning my house and everything. So the most worked decks on day 8 in 2016, and why? Well, I have two main decks I work with, which are general reading decks. Especially this one, it's the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. Now, it's a collage deck. I've showed it a few times. It's um, it's quirky. It's There's a lot of angels, medieval, the quality of it. I mean, see, it's gold edged. The backs are just plain, nothing crazy. It's got that gold feel. It's like it's precious. That's it. It's a precious deck, and just the quality of it. Now I don't read for clients anymore, so but this is a deck I would definitely use with a client. It's non-offensive. It's very soft, but at the same time, when you start looking into it, I find it really quirky without looking at, if you know what I mean. There's always a detail you can go on and do your reading. So, just a wonderfully published deck by US Games. Oh, US Games, please make your decks like this. I mean, I'd buy them all. I love the touch, the feel of it, the pictures, the everything about it. I can't fault it. Yes, it's based on Rider Waite, but that's that's not US Games' choice. That's the author, Cat Black, and but that makes it universal, recognizable, easier to read. Um, See the details at the back. You wonder where he's done, where he's come from, why he's got these 7 swords. He's got 5 in his hand, 3 in one hand, 2 in the other. Look at the back to the detail. It's just full of little details that you can read. So that's my first one, and it's mainly for general readings. The second one has been my workhorse deck forever. I bought it. I can't in the 80s sometime. It's the Aquarian Tarot. Now, would you believe that? Yes, the sides of the card look a little bit grey, but they're not that bad. But the cards don't even look worn, and believe me, this one has been used because I used it when that's the one I was using when I used to read for clients. Now, I use it for general readings once again. Once again, it's based more on Rider Waite. But the thing about it is that I do mainly chakra readings with it now. And I keep the other one, the Golden Tarot, for general readings. This is mainly I've got a lot of chakra decks. So far, I'm still reading with this one. So I don't know, it's just for me, it's just a portal into chakras, and that's the way it is. So, like the word, for example, you see that all the physical chakras here are circled, right? So they're realized, and you see the crown. I mean, look at that crown, how all the levels of different higher chakras here, her roots chakra. I mean, you can go on and on about these cards. She has a throat chakra here too, and all the rest is black. It's all realized. So she's expressing something. And then I go in it, and well, this is my style of reading with it. So now I've retired it more or less from general readings, and I use it exclusively for chakra readings. Um, So it's by categories, as I said. Sorry about the light. I come back a little bit late in the afternoon. There's still daylight you can see behind me, but it's not much. Um, the next category is spirit decks, the ones I use to get information about spirits. It's not really to do readings because I don't do readings to others on this, but it's then to draw the person and get a feel of the person who I'm contacting, be it my family or whatever. So I use two decks for this. The first one is the Stretch Tarot, which I bought exclusively for these. I saw on a forum that it's a good idea to have a deck with loads of people on it, and here it is. There are loads of people on it, and it's true that there is an inspiration on it when I look at the people and see what they do, and it gives me, you know, a path to go on. Um, you know, like she might have been a seamstress, or maybe she was a radiologist, whatever. I get ideas from these cards and just get into it. I get messages from it. So I use mainly this deck for it. Oh, that's the backs. I love these backs. Accompanied by the Tarot del Fuego, which I trimmed and I made it red everywhere because really it's the fire tarot, isn't it? And this one I made a video about it because this is a tarot I use to know how the person died. Now, it's not a fun tarot at all, but you know, I didn't know how to use that Tarot del Fuego and I really like it. And I've noticed that sometimes I don't use tarot, some decks, because I don't know really how to use them. And I know it's not a general reading one, but I like to find them a purpose because category is not, you know, that's in my head, but a purpose. And this one for the passing of people is just great. It is. So I use it only for this. I don't do readings with it at all. Although it can be used for it. Obviously, it's a tarot, but I only use it for spirit work. And then my last one is more spiritual work. Now, when I say spiritual, it's angels, archangels, the aura, chakras, colors, uh, everything really to do with it. And it's my Aura Soma Tarot. Oh, the deck is big. So it's a tarot structure with 22 major extra arcanas plus new cards now because you see, oh, I'm not going to make a whole speech on it, but there's new cards coming out all the time. When a bottle is born, which is the bottle of Aura Soma at the back, which mirrors the colors of the front, when the bottle is born, then a card is born too. So it's an endless tarot. I don't know how many cards I have, 100 and a lot. 108, I think, or more. But anyway, and yeah, this one's got it all. It's got, as you see, Ascended Masters. All the swords suit are Ascended Masters. And then you've got Archangels. But you can see, you can recognize the tarot. The lovers, you know, you recognize it, but look how that's real love, you know. So you see the suit of swords, and look at her. Ugh. Oh, that's a bottle. Let's go back on the other side. So yeah, my Aura Soma Tarot, which I pair now with Fairburn der Engel Oracle, because it's the Aura Soma bottle that was shaken and it just gives a great reading with it. So mainly, but I must say, but that's 2016, but 2017, I have the another deck that I will be working with spiritually too. So So that's for that. And my wish list, I think, is next. Now I had to write it down because, I don't have it all in my. But actually, I don't have more decks than that. I only have 5. So the Pagan Other Words by Yuzui. I love the deck, the cardstock. By what I see of it, I've never touched it. I also like the moon phases. The artwork is exquisite. I like everything about that Pagan Otherworld, so I want to get that one. The Tabula Mundi Colores Arcus by M.M. Moline. Now, the black and white has been out for a while, and the colored version just came out, and that's a crazy deck. I think that's a very now source deck. It's I don't know what to say about it. It's just each card is like a book to read and to learn. Believe me, I don't think it's a very intuitive deck for this, but I might be wrong. I might get it. I haven't had it in my hands. I can only know when I start. I pick the first card and say, "How do you want to work with me?" And then we have a kind of dialogue, and then that's when I'll know how it's gonna go. I can't say before. I can look at 100 websites and I still won't know if I'm gonna gel with it and if it's gonna be talkative anyway. So that was 2. The third one, the Starlight Dragon, by Nora Huska and Steph Engel. Now, they're square cards with dragons on it. It's a tarot. And what you do is that because of their shapes, you can put them in lozenges and they can intertwine each other and all that. Have a look on websites, you'll see it for yourself. And I just like the manner of reading. It's just like building a shape with your tarot. And I love shapes. I mean, if we like tarot, we probably all like shapes. Like round decks, for example. I love round decks. I don't have many, but I like them too. So this is a losange or square deck that really attracted me. I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube on how to use it, and I find it just great. It just gives great messages. Then the Fountain Tarot, I've been after it for a year. There's always, it seems to be knocked off the list all the time, or if I try and swap, I'll never get it in a swap. There's something about this Fontaine Tarot that it never wants to come here. So it's by Jonathan Sayes, Jason Crow, and Andy Todaro. Sorry if I say your names wrong, because we need to mention, the creators, because I've seen so many reviews of the Fountain Tower and I just discovered their names. So it's clean, so clean that it looks a little bit impersonal, but sometimes that's what I need in a tarot, because if it's too personal, I can't get into it too much. So the clean lines like this makes me want to get it so I can project whatever I want on it. I think it would work. Then again, I'm not too sure. And the last one is the Messenger cards by Sandra Kunz, because first of all, the cardstock and the square cards are fantastic. The animals on it are very, expressive and colorful. And that's obviously an oracle. That's the only 5 on my list. And that's good because I don't want to have a list too long. So if I can get, a deck a month or a deck every 2 months, let's see. And I need to sell a couple of decks because I can get these. And you know why? Because of postal fees. Well, anyway. So that was it for day 8 and 9, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.